I loved every second of the men's chamber that I watched. It was so chaotic. This man fell asleep on camera, y'all.
But she got to work on her mic skills.
So crowd's going crazy and Paul's still like.
This was some of the best string of 3 shows that I've seen ever.
I saw him win and lose that belt in person.
Maybe WWE fans do deserve to be pulled.
Oh
God, I'm not about to know any of these guys. Dude, WWE would not like me being around because. All right, y'all. We're on the other side of Elimination Chamber, and this is HCW Heat, broadcasting on your street, presented by Off the Rope.
There goes the neighborhood.
I'm Josh Cage. That's Rana behind the camera. That's Justin Potter. We passed the last step before oh the God, Jesus, my tongue is so tired today. We passed the last step, the last PLE, before we get to WrestleMania, and I'm trying to manufacture some excitement within myself.
Yeah, you got it though. You got it, man.
Yeah, do I?
No, you're not. It's not manufactured. You got it, bro.
I mean, I'm a little excited.
Yo, you should have seen.
little excited.
You should have seen the group chat when the PLE was airing, man.
What happened with the group chat?
Yeah, you was giving us live commentary in the group chat. That's how you know it's a good show, when Josh gives live commentary.
Apparently, I don't know. Apparently, people were complaining online, and I was like, let me just stay off Reddit and Instagram.
I find it so funny that when, because I was at work when the show was going on, but like when I was looking up everything, I was like, this is a largely fine show. I don't really have anything to be mad about this week.
It was fine.
And everyone's complaining about it online. And that's how I was like, you know what? Maybe WWE fans do deserve to be bullied. Because what do you all want?
What were they complaining about?
I mean, it's on our list, but like the number one complaint was the box reveal. Because everyone wanted Chris Jericho in 2026 for some reason.
55-year-old wrestler.
A man who hasn't been relevant since 2019. But instead, the top 5 merch seller 5 years in a row debuting instead, that's a bad call, and that's bad booking.
Well, let's talk about it. See what I did there, Trick Williams? Look, so Dan, have you heard of Danhausen before this box reveal? Okay, Justin.
So I've been watching Danhausen since the Ring of Honor days. I met him 4 or 5 years ago at an indie show. He's nicest guy. But his gimmick is basically combining Mark Hamill's Joker and Conan O'Brien. That was his inspiration. He's also the first wrestler to trademark his makeup, so he owns the rights to his makeup look. And he's just a really wacky, like slapsticky guy. He's a great comedy act, which is why I think he'll probably do better in WWE than AEW, just because AEW doesn't have a lot of comedy acts, and it just doesn't really work for that audience. But this is a guy who wasn't on television for the past year in AEW and was still a top 5 merch seller on pro wrestling tees. Like, even if he's off TV, he moves merchandise. And like when I text the group chat, even he debuted Saturday night, by Monday morning, his one t-shirt on WWE Shop is already number 1.
Wow.
So he's a great merch mover. Like, he knows exactly what his purpose is. But everyone apparently really wanted Chris Jericho.
What was his nickname? His nickname was something?
Danhausen?
Yeah.
Danhausen's nickname?
Yeah.
What's Danhausen's nickname?
Does he have a nickname?
Maybe they did give him a nickname and I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, I have no idea. if they gave him something.
All I know is he was getting booed. And I was kind of confused because it was like this
Chicago crowd, which is typically a bit.
Maybe
smarter.
It's more casual now that, the prices are higher, because those Elimination Chamber tickets were no joke. At least the last time I checked, they were really high.
Yeah.
But that's besides the point. I was surprised that he was getting booed, to be honest, because I thought it was fun and I thought it was cool. He had the DANHAUSE'N's come out with him, and he was out of sync with the DANHAUSE'N's because they were all in there. They pointed to the middle and he's just still on the apron. I'm like, this is freaking hilarious. But I don't know, man. I liked it. I don't know. I don't put like if WWE says, "Oh, we have a surprise," I've learned not to create expectations in my head of what it should be because it literally could be anything.
What's funny is I think this was like the best case scenario. Yeah. This could have been a lot worse.
It could have been a Triple H something. You know, it could have been something about like what Steven Larson said. It could have been a Triple H statue.
Yeah, that's what
Like-
he texted me. He's like, it's probably gonna be like a Triple H statue for the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it could have been literally anything. This was fine that Danhausen came out of the Big Show side.
Because also that's a very Danhausen thing to happen.
What
Yeah.
was sorry.
No, you're good.
No, what was Danhausen's name on AEW?
He was still
Danhausen.
Danhausen.
Oh, it was.
He's had this gimmick for probably the past 8 years, I want to say. Because he was in Ring of Honor before Tony Khan bought it, and it was really popular. He's really popular on the independent circuit. Went to AEW, and then was still able to do indie bookings with AEW, just the way it's structured. His debut with AEW was Adam Cole pulled out a chair from under the ring, and Danhausen was attached to the chair and immediately cursed him, which I guess is probably how Adam Cole's body exploded. Maybe Danhausen's curse is real, because also Danhausen cursed Dominic on Raw and then immediately lost. So the curse is real, guys. You gotta be on this guy's good
I
side.
hope that this is gonna be like the running thing. If Danhausen
hope
cursed
so, too.
someone and
It's
then
like
it just
he's like
fall
the
apart.
he's like the Lil B of WWE, man.
The who?
Lil B.
Who's Lil B?
You don't know who Lil B is?
No, I don't know who Lil
Oh
B
my!
is.
Do you know who Lil B is?
No idea.
He's a rapper who like he'll curse people. It's called the Lil B curse.
It sounds like he's a warlock.
So he'll curse like who was it? Was it Kevin Durant or somebody, some basketball player? He cursed them and like on he was on like I can't remember if it was on ESPN. He was on TV or something, and then he was like Kevin Durant was like, "Yeah, your music's trash" or something like that. He like cursed him, and then Kevin Durant kept losing after that. One of the basketball players. I forgot who.
Sounds like a witch to me. So moving on from Danhausen.
The bass guy. You never heard the bass guy?
No.
Oh man.
Or probably, but
Like the bass. You've
that's
heard.
not in my.
Oh, okay. I'm surprised you've never heard of that, Justin.
Are you?
Yeah, no, he's pretty online. He's pretty on like that's like online. That's kind of like synonymous.
You
with
accusing
online.
Justin of being chronically online?
I think he's very well versed with the things that happen on the interwebs.
That was such a political answer. God, man.
He's out of line, but he's right.
Oh, okay. So the chamber winners, one's expected, the other's a surprise. So Rhea Ripley won the women's chamber. It was a solid chamber. Nothing really for me to write home about, but I enjoyed every second of it. And now we got Rhea versus Jade at WrestleMania. And as y'all either may or may not know, Rhea and Io did lose the tag titles on Friday night to Nia Jax and Lash Legend. Which that tag team pairing is just so awesome. But nevertheless, Rhea versus Jade at WrestleMania, I like that. I do think they could have gone with Raquel Rodriguez. I do think that would have been very, very interesting. But I also understand needing to sell tickets. And putting Rhea Ripley at the top of the card just automatically, draws a little bit more interest for that.
Online, they think Raquel's gonna end up with the in the Intercontinental scene.
I hope so. I don't remember if she's a part of that 6-pack challenge. I don't think she is though. But maybe.
Still, we got 7 weeks to get there. So
Yeah, maybe so. But then on the other side, on the men's chamber had a whole lot going on.
Oh
there
my
was
God.
there was a fake masked man running a diversion, and then the door was open, and then the masked man slips in, and Seth Rollins, and you had Logan Paul in there going crazy, eliminating 3 people, and then Seth Rollins comes in, stomp, does his thing, and it leads to Logan Paul not winning the Elimination Chamber. I loved every second of the men's chamber that I watched. It was so chaotic.
So is the Mania match just now Seth versus Logan Paul because he's the only one healthy and can do stuff?
I don't know, man. I know they were mad at each other last night, but and the segment last night on Raw was, you had the Vision in there, and they were all Seth Rollins, you son of a gun. And, and so then you had the fake masked men running diversions again. You had one jump the barricade, jump back, and then Logan Paul runs after that first guy, and you have another fake masked man come across, and then Austin Theory's like, oh, and then he just takes off running after this masked man. You have Paul Heyman left alone. Masked man comes walking down the stage, and Paul starts doing his begging bit. You know, oh God, you know, and you know how he be looking, and then
How does he look? How does he look?
you know how I can't make his face because he's very distinct, but but you know, like the face he on. And then so Seth Rollins is standing behind Paul Heyman, unmasks himself, crowd's going crazy, and Paul's still like, and you're like, bro, turn around. Wrestler logic is so bad. It's like what I said, like these characters are so stupid. Because if you saw one masked man, if you're Austin Theory and you just saw a dude jump the barricade, jump back, and Logan Paul ran after that dude, and then you see another masked man running across, you really gonna chase the second one? Dummy? Calling yourself the pressure. You ain't applying no pressure? You kidding me?
It's the nickname that really sells it for me.
Like,
The pressure.
The pressure.
What was it? What was it before? It was something else, right?
I don't remember.
Oh my god!
But I'm just like, why you
Austin's had a lot of different names.
all day Austin? But you chasing this guy like, what kind of pressure is that? What is you applying? There's no brain power, processing power going on in there. And I'm like, man, we really should sit down and like write the rules of the wrestling universe and like how it works, because their brains are fried. Like, why are you chasing the second dude? Like, you know, it's a diversion. You see it. You saw it last night, and then or 2 nights ago, and then you let it happen again. You deserve to be. Y'all deserve to be taken out like that. I
think wrestlers are like cats. They zero in until the second laser pointer appears, and they go to that. And they go to that. Yeah.
They're like cats with anger.
They're perfectly agile. They're God's perfect killing machine.
Never have I seen a wrestler or a group of wrestlers in a situation like that say, maybe we should all just stay put. Like, if you put a wrestler in a horror film, they're dead. They're dead quicker than a black person dies.
Don't let it be a black wrestler.
Oh, first 10 seconds, he's gone. A black wrestler in a movie?
Oh
I'm sorry,
God.
brother. You better make sure that check good.
I'm trying to think of all of the wrestlers to appear in horror films.
They probably died pretty quick.
I'm now just. There was one indie film, and when I say indie, I mean super indie film, where I think the film was literally called Pro Wrestlers versus Zombies.
Oh my god!
It's got like Kurt Angle and Jeff Hardy. This is all when they were in TNA, when because WWE would not let it's one of those kinds of projects.
Yeah, WWE Studios.
But it definitely was not one of those. This was definitely like they had $10 and a dream, and
Like the chaperone.
no, this is like our setup. This is how cheap it was.
This is probably more expensive than. Never mind.
So how
It
was
is
that
like
movie?
5 phones.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3,
I'm
4,
trying to remember if
5.
there were any black wrestlers in it, because they definitely would have died first.
Jesus, man. Oh my God. So look. Let's get back on track, because just exactly what Sohail's heart wanted is what happened with the men's chamber. Randy won, and that's the beautiful thing about wrestling. You know, sometimes those things do happen.
I got
for
both
you.
the predictions right.
No, you said Raquel on the women's one.
Oh,
I think you predicted Rhea.
I got so collectively we got everything correct. But yeah, we were still split on.
I picked Raquel from my heart.
Yeah.
I knew that probably wasn't gonna happen, but I wanted it, so I said it.
But yeah, still it's interesting winners. Randy is an interesting choice. I wasn't expecting that in a good way, because that should be a good pairing.
all the RKO's from SmackDown onwards hit. Each and every one of them.
Also, shout out to Randy Orton's wife, bro, because if you ain't riding for me at ringside like that, I don't want it. She be going crazy for that man. And I'm like, that's just so lovely. That's so beautiful. I do. I like stuff like that, man.
Yeah.
They really be. She's so into him and what he's doing.
Yeah.
You know. I'm like,
That's good. It needs to be
boy,
like that.
hey, I know them checks be clearing, boy. The way she be going crazy for that man, them checks be hitting. I'm saying it's love, obviously, but like it's a little that little paycheck gonna be kind of nice. So give me a little Prada bag. Make sure I let my man know I love him. You know what I'm saying?
She said she take a trip down to Plaza Frontenac every time.
On my way to Plaza Frontenac, my man just won the Elimination Chamber. What'd your man do last week? Oh, he built a house. Great. My man's a star.
Oh man.
So here's the thing with Randy winning. There's no way it's gonna be Randy versus Drew. And then you had on the post show Aldis come out. He's mad. Looks like he's about to bust out of his suit. Which I need him to bust out of that suit. Pause. I need him to bust out of that suit and wrestle. Because he can work. And so right now the setup is Randy versus Drew. But Cody is facing Drew on SmackDown for the WWE title. And the obvious answer in my head is that Cody would win on SmackDown and then chaos would ensue. But like I'm also like, well, what if Cody just doesn't win on SmackDown? Like what if there's some outside shenanigans with Jacob Fatu and Sami Zayn and all that, and just
I do think Cody is always more interesting when he has the chase.
Yeah, I think so too.
And they're definitely instilling the chase this year. So the idea of him kind of spiraling and just losing all of these opportunities could create a really interesting dynamic.
Here's what I want out of WrestleMania. Okay, the guys that are involved in this situation right now. Of course, let's name the champion first. Don't name him last. Name him first. Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and Jacob Fatu, and Sami Zayn. So you got 5 guys that are kind of all like flooding this scene. And really, you could count even more. You could count Trick Williams and who else? Because, I mean, Trick is always laughing in somebody's face in this particular situation. So I'm like, you could go with a 6-pack challenge if you wanted to. You could go with a fatal 4-way.
I think what's crazy, too, is this is the first time in a while where I've noticed WWE having multiple people gun for the heavyweight championship at the same time.
It's beautiful.
I'm not used to them doing it. I'm glad they're doing it. I'm glad you're at least occasionally looking at what AEW is doing, and it's just like, oh, it does work.
Whoever's been in the driver's seat for the last week and a half, let them drive.
Because also the reason why you have that is in the nature of wrestling, people get injured. So now, when someone's out on injury, you know why AEW never has a problem booking a main event pay-per-view match?
Why is that?
Because there's always someone to pull. Even if injured, and like AEW, like they have their fair share of injuries like everyone else. And guess what? If you only watch pay-per-views, you will never notice that.
How do they to just talk about like, oh, like this person was injured, so we're gonna plug, or how do they play that?
They just do it very naturally, where someone's out on injury, and then naturally you just have someone else come out and they lay there, and like everyone usually always has a legitimate claim for the championship, or if not, they are very good at quickly making you believe why they have a legitimate claim towards the championship. Because you look at their top guys, right now, because MJF's champion right now. We're getting MJF Hangman on Revolution in 2 weeks. Moxley you can always pull up for main event scene and it makes sense. Kenny you can always pull up for main event scene and it makes sense. So just you always have two guaranteed guys, no matter what they're doing, can just justify claim for the title and just how they're booked because they're very dominant wrestlers. Besides that, Darby Allin's always circling the main event scene, and they'll pull the trigger on him hopefully this year when Will Ospreay's healthy. They can finally pull him back up because he was in the title scene and then got injured.
It reminds me of WWF in the late 90s and early 2000s where someone's injured. I mean, you got Steve Austin, The Rock, Kane, Undertaker, Big Show, Chris Jericho, Triple H, and Kurt Angle, among other guys, where you could just sit there and any of them at any point, you just slap the title on them and you're good.
I think what's important isn't always just having legitimate stars built up. They're just having a few dominant people. That way, when you need something, you can just quickly pull them up, and the audience can easily be like, "Oh, that makes sense."
I think that's something that you could say right now with the SmackDown title scene, because I just named all these guys that if you put the WWE title on them this week, I don't think anyone's complaining. Not a single person's gonna be like, "Oh, I don't feel like this is legit." Sami Zayn, yeah, but probably needed to do that a while ago. Trick Williams, he just came up, but like, name a guy who's naturally transitioned into the main event this well in the last 10 years.
Been a long time.
The way Trick Williams has just slid right into that, no problem. You put the title on him. You could maybe say it's a little too soon or the moment could have came a little differently, but if it's needed, he'd be fine. You know,
It's crazy where if you booked him 10 years ago, some people would be like, "Well, no, he has a feud with the Miz first."
Yeah, got to go through those gatekeepers.
And he's not doing that. Like, it's crazy how much in 10 years the NXT call up build, because the NXT call up build used to have a very like structure to it.
It was very structured, and it always led to it felt like it always led to failure. I'm not gonna lie, some guys did okay.
Why is Nakamura having to go through the Miz for his first feud?
Yeah. Oh, I was there that night. I forgot about that. I remember sitting in the crowd. I'm like, is that Lee England Jr. just standing there with his violin? And then sure enough, it was Lee England Jr. standing there with his violin. I was like, this is great. This is wonderful. I still have that on my phone.
Challenge first on the main roster.
Yeah, well, the Miz was standing in the ring. The Miz and Maurice. It made no sense. It was so random, but whatever. Anyways, back to it. Like I said, you could run a 6-pack. You could even, if you wanted to, you could run a fatal 4-way and have like Sami Zayn be a special guest ref. Shoot, screw all that. Run a fatal 4-way and have Trick Williams be the special guest referee. I know that might be like an unconventional like thing, right? It's someone's up in main roster's main event scene. He's been there less than a year, right? And yeah, his first Mania is special guest referee. But I feel like that, like the way that his character is, like the way he talks, the way he interacts with all these other guys, I feel like you could do that and it would be like believable and reasonable to do.
But that they used to do stuff like that all the time.
Yeah, I would love that.
How often in a feud was like Shawn just special guest referee for it's just not a thing anymore. But like, I think you could tell a very interesting story of like setting Trick up for the next 6 months, and that way, if he screws someone over in the Mania main event, Trick now has a main event for SummerSlam, or even if you even want to pull the trigger sooner, just the next show. But just knowing them, they want to save big moments for big shows. So what's the next big show after that?
Backlash, the way that they're promoting it.
Sure, but that could be interesting. It'd be something different because everything old is new again.
Yeah, I would love to see some special guest referee action You know, especially at WrestleMania. That brings so much energy. The last time I can remember a special guest referee at WrestleMania was
Sean.
28.
Yeah, that's the last one I remember.
That's how many years? Is that 14 years ago now? 15 WrestleManias? Like it's time to bring that back a little bit.
I can't think of a single one before or after that. So yeah, I think it's the last one.
I don't. Not trying to beat that dead horse, but like for all the ones that I went to, I don't remember a single.
Yeah.
I don't remember a single special guest referee. This man is asleep.
I'm fighting it.
Okay, let's do this for him. What girls do you want to talk about? What women's wrestlers you want to talk about? Go ahead, perk up. Come on.
I loved.
Look at his smile. Look, he's ready to roll. He talking about women's. This man fell asleep on camera, y'all. You say you don't know what we talking about.
No, I know what y'all talking about, bro. I watched all 3 shows. This is some of the best wrestling that I've seen since I started watching wrestling.
And when did you start watching wrestling?
In December.
So what women's wrestlers you want to talk about? Go ahead and do your shout out. Shout out Rabia.
Shout out Rabia.
Let's get
first
going.
First and foremost, shout out Rabia. But man, shout out AJ Lee.
Why you had to say it like that?
Huh?
Why you say it like that with the sigh and the tonal shift?
Oh, because all I'm gonna say is I wish I was CM Punk in that moment. I ain't gonna fake it.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's back.
But she got to work on her mic skills. Listen, this is some of the best.
Go ahead and rewind that because I think we adjusted almost both like combusted when you said that. Go ahead and make your point.
I think I'm gonna do the.
Oh my God.
I think I'm gonna do like the Metal Gear. Dun?
Oh my God. Yeah. And go ahead and add.
Whenever we hear that.
Just go ahead and add 10 minutes to this because what the hell?
You think she got good mic skills, bro?
I think she's the single greatest women's wrestler to ever cut a promo ever.
We need to lock him in a room and make him watch everything from AJ from 2012 to 2015.
You know who I think has better mic skills than AJ Lee? From what I've seen in my 3 months of wrestling knowledge? Liv Morgan.
I mean,
I'm not saying Liv.
I'm not going to say no. But like saying AJ needs to improve her mic skills is just wild. I'm not going to say there's nobody better. I think AJ definitely was the best for her time. See, this is what happens when people don't understand who they're watching and what that person means to the current landscape of wrestling and why it's where it's at.
You know who needs to work on their mic skills? CM Punk. He can't cut a promo.
That guy, he needs help. He should just go to acting class like Roman Reigns did. That's what he needs. He needs to get on Roman Reigns' level on the mic.
You know who are my favorite people who ever cut a promo?
Who?
That I've seen? John Cena, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Cody Rhodes. I love Cody Rhodes.
Okay.
Mic skills. I like CM Punk. I know you were joking. I know obviously you're kidding. I know you're kidding. But like
No, he was dead serious, just like you. He said that with his chest. It's like I felt like I got shot for a second, you know? Like I was shocked.
It's not often where I hear one of Rana's opinions and I have to remind myself he's only been watching for 3 months. That was the one where I was just like,
my chest hurts actually right now.
Oh no, man.
Okay.
Okay, here.
Continue.
Let me just say this. I just want to say this real quick, just to really talk about this past weekend. This was some of the best string of 3 shows that I've seen ever. You know what I'm saying? I know.
In your
I know
90
I just
days
got
of being
here.
a fan.
In my 90 days of being a fan. No, but this was amazing. I really did.
It was a very good three show weekend. It really was.
When's the last time we had like 3 shows like this, a string of 3 shows where they were all bangers?
It was before you started watching.
can't relate. I watch AEW every week. This is how I feel every week. I text him on Wednesday.
I get texts.
I texted him on Wednesday because the Dynamite main event was really good. But it was one of those things where it was like, even Josh would enjoy this right now. I immediately had to tell him, like, no.
But you know, I enjoy AEW
No, you
though.
do.
Like,
But
I
you
really
did-
do.
You
Like,
have a lot going on.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those, like, we don't really talk about much on the show unless it's really big. But it's one of those, like, I had to tell you, it was just like, this is great right now.
yeah.
What? How many shows AEW like?
They're on 2 main shows a week.
What are they called?
You got Dynamite on Wednesday and then Collision on Saturday.
What's the A show?
Dynamite.
Oh, okay. And then
Even though that A and B show really doesn't work for them in the WWE context, because you can really tell the difference between Raw and SmackDown, even though it kind of flip flops, which is the A show, which is the B show. They're more of extensions of one another. You kind of, there are subtle differences in presentation, but
It feels exactly the same.
yeah.
Raw and SmackDown feel vastly different.
Because also there's not a straight roster split the way WWE does compared to AEW. There are people who primarily only premiere on Collision, primarily only appear on Dynamite, but it's not set in stone the way WWE does it.
is SmackDown? Do they use like a cooler tint on SmackDown and a warmer tint on Raw?
Well, SmackDown. Okay, so
You know what I'm talking about?
It's probably just the color scheme.
lessons from an interior designer. SmackDown's color scheme is cold, and then
I
Raw's
knew
color
it.
scheme is warm.
Yeah, I knew it. I
So
thought
the
so.
lighting on SmackDown, even with the crowd, is a cool tone.
Uh-huh.
The lighting on Raw is a warm tone.
And now Raw. The point of Raw was for it to be live, right?
Right. That's why it's called Raw.
But now they're both live.
Precisely.
So it's
I mean, that's just the nature of how things evolve. You know, SmackDown wasn't live for the first 10 years of its existence. Well, SmackDown wasn't live until 2016. So from
There have been
1999 to 2016.
There have been points where they'd done live shows here and there, but yeah, it was Raw. SmackDown was not consistently live until 2016.
He wasn't around for the Super Show era.
what was that?
Oh, don't let it be a Raw Super Show
Raw Super Show.
with
What was
Raw and SmackDown
That's
together.
when the brand split no longer mattered.
Man, so you had a hardline brand split. People on Raw did not go to SmackDown. People on SmackDown did not go to Raw. But when they had a Raw Super Show, 3-hour special, boy, you was about to see some stuff.
And then
Everybody was in the
I want to
building.
say by 2012 they were just all Raw Super Shows, and then they just got rid of the Super Show name, but everyone was still showing up on every show. SmackDown for the longest time turned into, I try to think of the best way to. If you sucked, you were on SmackDown.
The Undertaker was on SmackDown.
I'm talking like 2012 to.
Oh yeah. No, SmackDown was garbage.
Like I'm talking like
In that
we started
2012 to 2016, SmackDown was not something to watch.
like no one like it was a big deal when they did the brand split again in 2016 and John Cena was the #1 draft pick.
We watched the draft. We had like 2 screens going.
We did. We took the draft very seriously.
But 2016, outside of WrestleMania 32, 2016 was a phenomenal year for wrestling. 2016,
First half of it
2017,
was kind of like post.
they were great.
Post brand split 2016 was when it just was great.
2016 was awesome. 2016 was just a great year in general. So,
Wow.
but yeah. So you got any other? You got 3 minutes. You want to shout out some other ladies wrestlers to keep yourself awake? Hold on. and I'm about to do. And shout out Kiana James, man. You know what I'm saying? Because when she hit that thing, she was. I wish I was the one pinning her down for sure.
Oh my god.
Shout out Rabia.
Yo, that was good. He got my laugh down, bro. I ain't gonna fake it. He do got my impression down.
All right, so I did the Keanu James for you. Who else you got to shout out?
Man, I really, I've always been critical of Rhea, but she did phenomenal this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I remember he fell in love when he first saw Rhea Ripley, and then he decided he wanted to be a little critical of her. Now I guess he's back in love again. That's what happens.
I realize, man, people really she fits a niche that I don't think any other wrestler really does in the out of the women for real, but
And what is that niche?
it's like that muscle mommy sort of kink or whatever, like that fascination that people got. Yeah. But it's like goth also, but I feel like there's a cross sect with those two things.
An emo muscle mommy.
Yeah,
that's what you like.
No, not me, but
okay,
it's not for me, man.
It's not for you.
You know what Josh said? We were watching WrestleMania. He said, "I was like, man, I don't know, man. I don't know why everybody everybody like they like her too much, man." He was like, "Man, let her pull up on you and stand 2 feet or like a feet away from your face, and you gonna change everything you gotta say about that." I was like, I went quiet. I didn't have nothing else to say
because I was right.
Oh my God.
Justin, let's do these blind rankings, man.
Alrighty, this week's blind rankings I thought it was fun because I wanted to highlight, since we saw a new women's Intercontinental Champion on the pay-per-view, and on Monday we saw a new Intercontinental Champion with Penta. This week we'll be blind ranking Intercontinental Champions. This is only men's though, because the women's only 5 right now. So, I debated throwing them in there, but it'd only be like 2, so it was just.
That's cool.
All right, you ready?
Not by the look you just gave me, but man, he's already like smiling so hard.
Roddy Piper.
I'll do.
There has to be someone worse.
I'll do 8.
Man, I'm going down the recency bias thing here. So I'll be quicker about my number decisions. Let's just go ahead and put him at 7.
Next, Eddie Guerrero.
4.
I'll do 5.
Third, we have Cody Rhodes.
He did bring back the white strap.
He did.
5.
He won it like 4 times, I think.
Yeah, go ahead and do 5 for Cody.
Oh yeah, sorry. Eddie Guerrero. 5 for Cody Rhodes?
Yeah. That black strap was horrible at the time. So
I'll do 4. All right.
After Cody, we have Big E.
I'm gonna do 3.
6.
It's the first belt he won, I think, besides the NXT championship.
Doesn't rank it higher for me.
Yeah.
All right.
After Big E, we have The Miz.
I'm gonna do
2.
I'm gonna do 6.
I think he still has the record for most.
Yeah, 2. Miz made that belt a lot of the times that he was holding it, so I'll give him this one. Don't rank WWE champions and put him on there.
Zack Ryder.
Zack Ryder?
Zack Ryder 10.
Had the belt for 1 day.
I saw him win and lose that belt in person.
Less than 24 hours.
Yeah.
You said
Oh my
10?
God. Yeah, 10. Zack Ryder. RYDER.
I'm gonna do 9.
And just so you know, that's Matt Cardona. So whenever you do see Matt Cardona, that's Zack Ryder.
Oh, okay.
Let's He married Chelsea Green, so he won the long game.
Why did he change his?
Because he got fired from WWE, went to the Indies, and then now he's Matt Cardona because it sounds cooler.
It's a better name.
After that, we have Bret Hart.
I'm doing 7.
God,
You have 8, 9, and 1, 3, 8, 9 open.
3. His smile is killing me. I see the way you strategize this is within the last 3 you put out the obvious number 1. So
Now he gonna change the whole script.
it's all right. I'll still get number 1 right every time.
After Bret, we have
9.
Gunther.
Number 1.
Dang.
The way you smile, like, all right, it's either 9.
I'll
or
do Gunther at number 2.
Gunther's number 1, dude. I'm telling you. But
Really?
Go ahead. That's your choice. I'm telling you, man.
After Gunther, we have Chris Jericho.
Dang.
I'm doing Chris Jericho at number 1.
Jericho's gonna be my 8, man. That's terrible. He should not be behind Big E
All right.
in the Miz.
And lastly, Dominic Mysterio.
Oh.
Yeah, number 9. He didn't really defend the joint. That was his first title defense since winning it at.
Was it last night?
Yeah, it was his first title defense since winning it at Survivor Series, and he lost. That's what's about to happen to Jade too.
Because he got cursed.
1 title defense and you lose.
How do you lift the curse?
I don't freaking know.
You buy Danhausen a blimp.
Is that really?
Probably. he wants a blimp really bad, I think.
All right.
Maybe he'll come out of the WrestleMania at the Goodyear blimp or something. Blimps are not easy to come by. So
there was one video where Punk and Danhausen were at a convention, and Punk had to get back in Danhausen's good graces. He's there at this comic vendor. Danhausen he's like, all right, you're gonna buy what I want from you, right? He's like, yes, and I'll finally be back to normal, right? He's like, yeah. It's just listed all these like $8,000 books. And Punk's face is just.
did he buy it?
Yeah.
He did.
He just kept listing. He's like, how much?
That's funny. We got, let's just run down this list right quick for Josh. We got Gunther at number 1, The Miz at number 2, Bret Hart at number 3, Eddie Guerrero number 4, Cody Rhodes 5, Big E 6, Roddy Piper 7, Chris Jericho 8, Dom Mysterio 9, and Zack Ryder 10.
That is unreadable.
I was a doctor in my last life. Yo,
You write like Doctor Strange would write now.
oh man! And then I got Chris Jericho 1, Gunther 2, Big E 3, Cody Rhodes 4, Eddie Guerrero 5, Miz 6, Bret Hart 7, Roddy Piper 8, Zack Ryder 9, and Dom Mysterio 10.
It's not bad. There was no like terrible choice in there, honestly. It's not bad. Let's do verses.
You ready for verses?
Ready. What time is it right now?
It's time for you to do verses.
8:57 we got. 18 minutes. Alrighty.
It's time for you to do verses. My bad.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
This week's verses I thought would be fun. I pulled some notable people from this week, and also last week was the 40th anniversary of Dragon Ball airing in Japan.
Oh
God, I'm not about to know any of these guys.
Oh man, I'm about to have fun.
Just zero in the camera right there. Just single cam. He has it. He got it. He got it.
You know a little bit, right? About Dragon
Goku?
Ball? Goku. Okay, let's see what you got.
Goku was not on this list because even if I power scale Goku down, he still wins by default.
Right.
I can't.
That's
There's
funny.
no.
All right, I'm excited to see who he gets.
Super Cena versus Goku.
Super Cena's losing.
But yeah, for the people at home don't know the rules, we basically take a standard size football field. No one has any powers. No, all of it's just brawn strength for strength. So this week, first one, Penta versus Piccolo.
Oh, I like that. That's cool. That's a cool matchup.
They'd be ore farming the whole time.
Yeah, man.
I'm so lost.
Yeah. So
who Piccolo is?
Is that the little green one?
Yeah, he's the green one with the antennae.
and
Oh
he got, like,
little
stretchy-
cute fella.
He's like stretchy
Yeah.
arms and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man. So no power. So he can't.
so he can't do a stretchy arm.
Yeah. Okay.
And he can't get big.
I might give that. I'm gonna give that to Penta. Actually, I'll give that to Penta.
I'm gonna give it to Penta. They're gonna be like, this guy doesn't know Dragon Ball. That's crazy.
All right.
Have you ever watched any anime?
I watched some stuff. Like there was one on Amazon that I really liked that was newer, but I forgot the name of it. Or was it HBO Max?
Do you watch anime?
A little bit.
So I only grew up watching like whatever was on Toonami Jetstream, which was Dragon Ball Z, and so I went back and completed Dragon Ball. Yeah, so I made it up to the Cell Saga, but I played like the Budokai Tenkaichi game, so I know like enough. But yeah, I give that to Penta. I give that to Penta though.
Next versus pairing, we have Danhausen versus the great Saiyaman, which is just Gohan as a superhero.
I'll give it to Gohan. I'll give it to the Great Saiyaman.
I'm gonna give it to that guy.
That's funny.
Josh, I feel like you'll at least know this last character just off memes. So we have the Miz
Miz is losing.
versus Yamcha.
Oh, the Miz.
Really?
Yeah.
The Miz.
Yamcha's like is it Yamcha or Krillin that's like always chronically losing? It's Yamcha, isn't it?
Yamcha is probably technically the strongest fighter, the strongest Earthling fighter. It's just, everyone's so power scaled above him, it no longer matters. Like Dragon Ball Yamcha is like really cool. Dragon Ball Z Yamcha, the most useless man to ever exist. His most notable thing is him dying.
Yeah.
And then becoming a baseball player. He got so out power scaled he became a baseball player.
What?
Yeah. Like he basically, he was just he was rendered useless.
The last time Yamcha won something was a filler episode where they all played baseball, and Goku and Vegeta didn't understand the rules of baseball, so Yamcha won by default.
That's so anime.
No, did he see? When did he die again? The first time?
It was during it's during the Saiyan saga.
Oh, okay.
Because that's when he had the Yamcha death pose, because
Right.
Cyberman latched onto him and blew him up.
Oh, right. Dang. Okay.
Y'all got any? We got just a few minutes here. Y'all got any open discussion things that you wanted to
Was that all of them?
make a point of?
Was that all of them, Justin?
Yeah, it was all.
Oh man, I like this. This week was fire. I think this was my favorite one.
Any final thoughts before we? We're at 52 minutes on.
I
We got
really
8 minutes.
I loved like the I think the ambulance bit was my favorite. Like with
with Jay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So
That was
yeah.
with Jimmy, right?
Rewind that.
Was it with Jimmy?
Was this last night or?
Yeah, wasn't it? Wasn't that
Well,
with
Jay was in the ambulance on Friday.
No, the one with the it was with Paul Heyman in the ambulance.
I saw LA Knight.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
In an ambulance.
Oh, I missed that.
What?
That's weird because I watched the entirety of Raw last night.
And then
I must have been doing something with the kids or cooking.
Some-
That's when he stepped out.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
but then what was it? Austin was like, oh, like let's get in the car, let's get in the car, and then Jimmy like opens the door and like he like hits him and like.
You know what? Because I remember Paul Heyman laying there, and then I do remember like my phone. I was watching on my phone, and I was also like cooking fish, and I went in the living room to do something, make milk and such, and I came back and I was like, have I been gone for? Because I left, it was on commercial, and I came back, it was on commercial. I'm like, have I been? Is this the same commercial break, or did I miss something? I must have missed all of that.
It was funny, like the way Jimmy like threw him into the box. Like obviously the boxes are empty, but like whatever.
Yeah.
Like the way he threw him in, like it was cool. I don't know. That whole segment was really fire. Then like LA Knight being the one in the ambulance, that was cool.
You know what?
Are those real ambulances? Like
You can rent an ambulance, like Drewski
oh
and
yeah, I
Desi
guess so.
Banks.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
But you know what we need to do? We need to just whenever I move, we just need to have watch parties for Raw and SmackDown, so I can make sure I pay attention.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be the most miserable watch-alongs ever. Not because of us, but because man, in June, that's the last thing I want to be doing is watching SmackDown.
Why?
It's just not great
Really?
in the summertime. Yeah, wrestling definitely ebbs and flows depending on the time of the year. You will learn that real soon. You can be like, I guarantee at some point you'll be like, yeah, this was a chore to watch.
It felt like that sometimes already. Like in these 3 months, there's been moments where it felt.
Yeah.
This is the point where
This was fun though. This last weekend
This
was
is like
fun.
these like this like month and a half is when it becomes like must see TV. Come May, it's gonna like slow down again.
Yeah. What I really need is those Hulu condensed versions to come back. I'm like, man, where was that when I needed it?
What are you talking about?
Like Hulu used to condense Raw and put it out the next day. So instead of watching 2-hour Raw, it'd be like 49 minutes.
Yeah, it was
Because there was
like
no
an hour, an hour and a
commercials.
half.
Yeah, they would cut all the commercials out and,
And
stuff
they would
like
cut
that.
segments too. Like
Yeah.
Really?
Like any like 2-minute matches usually got like cut. So you never saw any of the women in the like in the cut.
You didn't see any women's matches last night on Raw either.
I love the RKO's this week, man. The RKO that Randy did on
Dude, his beard scratching is just gonna be all up in the
Oh yeah.
mic. Where is your mic? Oh, hell, it's like, do you even have it on?
What was it? Was it Javon Evans that he did that RKO on? It was like him tricking
Well, which one?
that first RKO that he did on was it on SmackDown? I can't remember. It was just out of nowhere.
I don't know, but I loved when him and Cody were ending that chamber, and he wait for Cody to hit that crossroads, and he was like, RKO. I was like, yeah,
that was cool.
that's the Randy that I remember right
That was
there.
fine.
That's
What do you
that's
think?
my
What do you think Randy winning means? Like, why do you think they did that? Like, what does that mean?
because that match needs interest. And then Cody versus Drew straight up and just going there is fine, but it's not really like needle moving.
I think especially they need something for the casuals, and Brandy is perfect for the casuals.
Well, because what I think is they're gonna end up going to like a fatal 4-way or a fatal 5-way. Because like I was saying earlier, you got champion Drew, and then you got challenger Randy. But if Cody beats Drew, or if there's some shenanigans in this SmackDown match, then you're automatically looking at a triple threat. But then you got other issues because you gotta have Jacob Fatu, who's intertwined with Cody and Drew. But then you also have Sami Zayn, who's intertwined with Cody, Drew, and Jacob Fatu. But then, so Randy's kind of the guy that's just been hanging out in this. But then you got the guy that's laughing at everybody, pestering, which is Trick Williams. So I'm like, well, you could just run a 6-pack challenge. Bump all this. You know what I want? I want the main event of WrestleMania Night 1 to be a gauntlet match. Like,
I haven't seen one of those in a while.
that would be great. I think they're doing a gauntlet for the women's #1 contender for women's Intercontinental title next
What's the
week.
gauntlet match?
You get 6 people. You start one-on-one in the ring, and every time someone loses, then the next person comes out.
Oh, that's cool.
The gauntlet's great. Like, it's
That's
one of
cool.
my favorite
That's
match
cool.
types.
That's cool. I like that. That sounds.
Especially when it's a tag team gauntlet.
No momentum gets lost, basically.
Precisely.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool.
especially when it's a tag team gauntlet. Oh my God. There was a tag team gauntlet with a New Day. I forgot what year it was. That's one of my favorite TV matches of all time.
Wow.
It was nuts.
It was the one to get Kofi into the main event of Mania.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah.
Because that's
2019.
That's the one
February.
where the Usos forfeited.
Yeah.
Why?
Because like literally, it was probably the only time I liked a Jey Uso promo. Because he literally he talked about how the Usos and the New Day used to go to war with each other. And they're probably the greatest rivals in the tag team division. So then the Usos were just like, we forfeit this match because they knew how big of the moment of Kofi was more important than their feud with each other.
Because
That's cool.
see, Vince knew how to cook sometimes, because Vince made it to where it was trying to make it impossible for Kofi to get to Mania, and the crowd ate the crowd literally ate the food out of Vince's fingernails.
When Vince was forced to include guys, he usually made it work. Yeah. That's the thing. Kofi, like, same thing with the Daniel Bryan thing. It just happened.
But I feel like the Daniel Bryan thing, really, his hand was forced. Kofi, he had a choice. I think he just saw and he was like, oh.
Because he was a very light. Because
Yeah.
also Kofi wasn't even supposed to be in that match originally.
Yeah. It was supposed to be Mustafa Ali, yeah.
Yeah, who got
Injured. But Kofi in last second was so good in that match. Everyone's just like, why is this guy not in the main event of Mania? Why is, like, when are we going to finally give Kofi Kingston his due? And then the internet kind of forced Vince into being like, yeah, they have a point. Like, why not?
I think the Kofi. See, I don't know, because I'm not in Vince's ears, right? But I feel like the Kofi decision was much easier for him to.
Probably.
I feel like he recognized that
He saw how-
with the Chamber match.
Yeah,
I think he saw the reaction of the Chamber and was like,
Yeah.
"This is what we need to do right now."
Yeah. No.
It didn't feel
Plus, also, I
as
don't-
dragged out as the Bryan
Also, I don't-
situation.
I think the main event was as set in stone compared to Mania 30, which was like, that was set like a year in advance that it was going to be Batista Randy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it could have been Batista, Randy, Triple H in an Evolution match. And Ric Flair was young enough to be a special guest referee, but Daniel Bryan took that away from us. Thank you, Bryan Danielson, for ruining that Evolution main event of my first WrestleMania.
All right, we got 3 minutes. Any final thoughts?
Final thoughts. Hey, Wrestler of the Week, once again, is Trick Williams. I had a really hard time trying to pick anyone else. But it's just like that momentum from last week carried into this week. Every time he stepped on my screen.
He just looks dope, man. He just like looks really like he just gives protagonist energy.
It's unbelievable how smooth this rise has been for him. And I can't, like, for me, I feel like he's just undeniable right now. I don't know what he'd be doing. I would imagine he'd probably end up facing Sami Zayn at WrestleMania or something like that. I don't know. It just feels like what it would be, and I'd be fine with that. I think that's cool. You know, you can't squeeze everybody into the main event unless you do a 6-pack gauntlet. That'd be pretty awesome. But I don't think they got the balls to do something like that. So I don't see that happening.
Josh, I'm manifested for the next 7 weeks on this show.
I want my gauntlet match in the main event. There are certain matches that I'm like, dude, do that for the night 1 main event of WrestleMania and it'd be great. Are you kidding me? That's a match type that I think would be so fun.
If they announce the gauntlet match tomorrow, Josh is buying tickets on Thursday.
Well,
That's real, bro. That's real.
Nah, I get beat if I buy tickets right now.
That is real though. I ain't gonna fake it.
Because I don't know if I told y'all, but my wife really wants, and you know, all that's up in the air with the war that's happening right now. But my wife actually wants to go to Saudi Arabia.
What?
So, yeah, That literally, I can't get her to go to SmackDown down the street with me. But she would go to Saudi Arabia for that to be her first wrestling show.
Wow.
So that's part of why I can't buy a ticket. Outside of them being costing in Las Vegas costing more than what I think is reasonable. But I was just like, man, I can't even get you to go to Raw, SmackDown, NXT. I can't get you to go to an indie show for $5 down the street. But you know, we got this pipe dream of traveling across the world together next to a war zone. And then that will be the time. I don't know if that's the time. I really hope they move WrestleMania 43 back to the States because that sounds really scary.
We'll see what happens in the next year, but
If we get the Gulf of Iran, then I'll feel safe.
I don't think it's happening in Saudi Arabia next year.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
New
is that
Orleans?
actually a thing?
Yeah. Hey, let's start it. WrestleMania 43 in New Orleans. New Orleans, WrestleMania 43. Give it back. Give it back, Nick. And Ari Emanuel.
There's no active war zone in New Orleans.
That's true.
Dude, WWE would not like me being around because the last WrestleMania I was at WrestleMania 38, I think I told both of y'all the story, right? So what happened? I was at the little shop, and let's make sure this makes the little cut because this is funny to me. I was at the WrestleMania Superstore, which was also Access and all that different stuff. And I'm walking around, I'm looking at jerseys, I'm looking at all this different stuff. Stuff's expensive, whatever. And there's this guys in like suits, and they're talking about the merchandise and whatever. And I'm just la-di-da-ing all along.
Right.
I'm not reading context of what's happening. I'm just chilling. One guy has like a collar, all access, all events, lanyard on. The other guy is just like hanging out. And he's listening to what the other guy's saying. He's like, oh yeah, I like this. And I'm like picking stuff out, and I'm next to them. I'm like, yeah, man, I don't know if I really picked that one. And then I was like, because you know, a couple of years ago, it was like, I was like, this jersey's $100 now, but I'm like, a couple of years, for like 2019, it was 75, and like, I feel like this one, the quality is not as good. And I was like going down the list of different things, and I'm like, plus I feel like the design is kind of weak and not strong in that. And the other guy with the lanyard was looking like, and the dude in the suit was just like, oh yeah. And then they went back to talking, and then I realized the dude in the suit that the guy with the lanyard was talking to is an investor.
Oh.
So I gave them a real like fan perspective
Yeah.
on what the dude in the lanyard was talking up to the dude in the suit. And I felt kind of bad, but at the same time I was like,
Not someone fired that week.
I ain't getting fired. I didn't get him fired.
That's what he's telling them. So
They got nice people over there. Shout out to Miss June.
Oh,
Were you
I
there
seen
when-
that.
when
I
that
seen.
Miss-
I
when-
seen
when
him.
Miss-
I seen him. That she knows. Miss June knows him. That was crazy, bro. Like I was like, what? He was talking about her as we was walking to the superstore. Or was that the superstore?
We were at Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble, and then she just, oh hey, Josh. I was like, oh, I thought I'd see you here. Like I'm like, dang, you remember where he lived at? Too?
I don't remember if
That's
she
crazy.
said that, but
No, she did.
Oh,
She did. Yeah.
Yeah. So for context, for those who don't know, Miss June works. She's been working WWE HQ for a long time, and she like runs like merchandising and things like that. So if you're at WrestleMania or at any of these superstores, and you see probably like a 5'4" blonde woman wearing a cowboy hat, just go say, "Hey, Miss June." She's very sweet.
Josh
She's very
sent you.
nice. Yeah, she might not remember that though.
Dude, no, she remembered where you live. She remembered that you were in St. Louis.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. She's a sweet lady.
No, she is.
I mean,
yeah.
I saw her year in and year out for a long.
Yeah, that's
for
true. That is
quite
true.
a few years.
You did see her, like, yeah. But all right, we're gonna wrap this up. What time is it?
We done.
9:18.
Oh, we're
Okay,
good.
let's wrap it up.
Same time, same place. Next week, you can find us on all the social medias that Justin's gonna tag right here in the lower third.
Yeah.
Until then, thank you for watching. Shout out to the 10s. We'll see you when we see you.